When Cassie allegedly leaked a message from Nicki Minaj saying, "It's part of the game, stop complaining," and what that means for the entertainment industry. It's written with a sharp tone to stir debate. Stop complaining. It sent shockwaves through the industry. Was Nicki brushing off abuse? Was she exposing an uncomfortable truth? Behind the glitz, the makeup, the record deals, and the screaming fans, there's a darker path. A path paved with manipulation, silence, and in some cases, trauma. If that message was truly from Nicki Minaj, it wasn't just a dismissal, it was a revelation, a coded confession that in order to rise, women in the industry are expected to suffer. Nicki's words didn't sound like sympathy. They sounded like a warning, or worse, a veteran telling a rookie, "We all went through it. Now it's your turn." They groom you to believe it's the price of fame. You want the stage, the magazine covers, the millions? Then play the game. Let them control your image, your relationships, your body, even. And that game is run by men. Powerful ones. The same ones who pull the strings, sign the checks, and control who rises and who disappears. It's not just a game, it's a system. And it feeds on the silence of women like Cassie, while rewarding the silence of women like Nicki. Nicki Minaj, a pioneer in her own right, has publicly spoken about being underestimated, sexualized, and disrespected in the industry. So if she really said what Cassie claims, does that make her a survivor? Or an enabler? Maybe she meant to toughen Cassie up. Or maybe, just maybe, she was reminding her, no one becomes a superstar without scars. When abuse becomes tradition, survivors often become gatekeepers. They say, "I suffered, so why shouldn't you?" But that's not empowerment. That's trauma passed down. So here's the uncomfortable truth. What if Nicki's not lying? What if she's right? What if, in this industry, abuse isn't the exception, it's the entrance fee? How many stories have to come out before we stop calling it gossip and start calling it systemic? If Nicki Minaj's message is real, then she's not just speaking to Cassie. She's speaking to every girl trying to make it in this business. And what she's saying is horrifying. You want to be famous? Then shut up and take it. Some fans are defending Nicki. They say she's just being real. That she's telling Cassie how the world works. But others say, it's exactly that attitude that keeps the abuse alive. So Cassie finally speaks up and gets told to be quiet again? That's messed up. If it's part of the game, then maybe it's time we tear the whole game down. Because if every star has to be broken to be made, then what are we really celebrating? Nicki's message didn't just silence Cassie. It exposed the sickness at the heart of the industry. And now the question is, how many more women have to play the game before we change the rules? Please, if you're new on our channel, make sure you hit the red button and subscribe. This will help us bring you more contents.